I'll be honest, there's got to be at least a dozen instances, from the Access Hollywood tapes to multiple impeachments, an attempt to steal an election, an insurrection for crying out loud, and subsequent felony convictions, that I thought Trump's grip on MAGA world would loosen, if not break, by now. I have been wrong every time. In every instance, Trump invented alternative realities. Well, a lost election was in fact a stolen election. His fraud and tax evasion, that they had him dead to rights, all because of overzealous prosecutors out to get him, and so on and so on. In fact, a bill, the least conservative thing I've ever seen. It's going to strip health care for 17 million Americans, including most from red states, rack up trillions in debt, just to give the ultra-wealthy another tax break, against all the previous promises he made to the contrary. Well, he managed to convince his faithful and skittish Republicans on the Hill that it will magically work out just fine. The point here is, Trump has always been able to create a conspiracy that, although total BS, feeds his crowd's thirst for a deep state boogeyman. Don't believe the media, don't believe the facts. Well, as they say, you reap what you sow. Throughout his most recent campaign, his surrogates, now members of his cabinet, repeatedly railed against a supposed giant government cover-up with one Jeffrey Epstein. In their version of events, secret files on rich pedophiles, who then secretly had Epstein killed in his cell, would be exposed upon Trump's return to the Oval Office. His now FBI director and Attorney General, among others, led the charge, stating they knew the evidence existed and they would be publicly releasing it with staggering revelations if only the Donald would have won. Well, he did. And now, the Attorney General, Ms. Pam Biondi, says essentially, well, there's nothing to see here, people. Case closed. Suffice to say, this is not going over well in MAGA world. Take a listen to a sampling for a conservative conference just this past weekend.
In that arc of looking at how the deep state has tried to stop Trump and the MAGA movement, you can easily fit in the Epstein situation, right? If you want the full release of documents, the special prosecutor gets it, and here's why. Epstein is a key that picks the lock on so many things, not just individuals, but also institutions, intelligence institutions, foreign governments, and who is working with him on our intelligence apparatus and in our government.
What I can tell you, and I would say that this model of transparency in the declassification of the JFK records is literally what they should be doing with Jeffrey Epstein.
What's important for you to know is, right now, the Democrats, this is all they have. All they have is the conflict that's going on the other side. So they are like, you'll notice certain alignments happening where all of a sudden CNN is now covering Epstein. Didn't do it before.
Well, Trump believed, just like he has in every prior scandal, that a simple edict from him on Truth Social would do the trick. Not this time. Trump has birthed and curated a distrust in all things government. He basically professionalized the deep state as enemy number one. And now, his own people feel that the man behind the curtain is the one pulling the fast one. I, for one, have no idea if there is a secret list, tapes, or God knows what else. But I do know that Trump would only cover up something if it was in his best interest. So I will watch with great curiosity if his new pitch of trust the government, after he has spent a decade trying to destroy that public faith, will fly this time. I think this story, my friends, is just getting started.